Well, hello, everyone. My name is John Brenneman. I'm the president here at MOAA Vacations. Thank you for joining us today for a very special Region 7 Seas webinar. I am not on camera today because, heads up, I am actually at the airport. I am on my way to Hershey, Pennsylvania for a regional MOAA meeting. So if all of a sudden you hear announcements in the background, I apologize. But I think I found a somewhat quiet corner, if there's such a thing in an airport these days. Just a couple quick reminders before we get started. We are recording this webinar, so tomorrow you'll receive an email to allow you to rewatch this webinar. Everything we talk about today is eligible for both MOAA members and any of their family or friends that travel with them, what we like to call MOAA guests. So when you receive the email with this, the link to watch the YouTube recording of this video, feel free to share that with your family and friends. Mike Tyrell, our vice president here at MOAA Vacations today, is going to step in for me for the Q&A. So in just a minute, I'm going to turn it over to Andrew. Andrew is going to talk about Regent and the promotions that are going on. If you haven't seen, we actually have two promotions running at the same time. The first is a Black Friday sale. Obviously, we're a few weeks out from Black Friday, but it's 68, something like that. A good number of sailings to a multiple of different destinations that are discounted from 15 to 40% off and include a $500 per suite shipboard credit. We do have a show special. If you haven't received information on that, we will include information on both of these promotions in the email that goes out tomorrow. So the show special, if it would, for lack of a better word, is offering discounts of up to $4,000 on any 2026 departures. The amount of discount is based upon the length of the cruise you select as well as the accommodations you select. For 27 and 28, that discount is up to $2,000. So basically, when you look at the grids or the charts that show the discount based on length or accommodations chosen, the savings for 2026 are double what they are for 27 and 28. It only applies to Regent ships that are currently sailing. And what that means is the Prestige, the Seven Seas Prestige, which we're all excited that's coming out in December of next year, is not included in either one of these promotions, but a fantastic option if it's a cruise you're looking for. So real quick, I always talk a little bit about MOAA Vacations. We have a lot to get into today, so I'm going to go through relatively quickly. But these four little boxes kind of are meant to emphasize what kind of makes us unique among travel agencies. It's our concierge level of service. As I say in all these webinars, we are and continue to be the only travel agency in the country that offers travel on a satisfaction guaranteed basis. And that means basically what it says. If you have a problem either before or during your trip, you reach out to us. Most cases, you'll talk to me. If I am traveling like I am today, you'll talk to Mike Tyrell, our vice president, and Mike and I will get the problem resolved to your satisfaction, typically within 48 hours. We do guarantee the lowest price. And I think I just mentioned a couple of things that we have that are actually better than the lowest price. We do have a MOAA exclusive amenity program. You always, with Regent, for example, receive a minimum of $250 shipboard credit. So, for example, when we talk about the 65-ish sailings that are part of the Black Friday sale, let's say that you decide that you want to go on the Prestige, or you want to go on one of a sailing that is not part of the Black Friday sale, you will always receive a minimum of a $250 shipboard credit. As I mentioned, if you do select one of the sailings on the Black Friday sale, that's actually doubled, so you'll receive a $500 shipboard credit. And then the opportunity to travel with your fellow MOAA members. We do have some groups set up. We'll give you the opportunity. If you're interested in that, in the email you'll receive tomorrow, if you haven't seen that already, we do have a website specifically for Regent. And on that, there is a tab on that website, or a page on that website, however you want to say it, which specifically goes through those MOAA group departures. If you think the camaraderie of traveling with your fellow MOAA members would enhance your vacation travel. So I'm going to turn it over to Andrew. And Andrew's, as I said, going to talk about Regent and both the promotions. It sometimes gets a little confusing with all of the promotions going on. So my advice always is at the very end, you're going to see a screen. It's going to have MOAA's 800 number and our email address. always the best advice to make sure you get the best deal is call or email, get one of the Regent professionals here at MOAA Vacations, and allow them to do the research and find you the absolute best deal for where and when you want to go. So after Andrew completes his presentation, there will be a Q&A. But at any time during the presentation, if you have any questions, just go ahead and drop them in now. Mike will be answering questions during the presentation, and then Mike and Andrew will answer all the questions at the conclusion of his presentation. At the very bottom of your screen, I'm on my cell phone, so I use my finger, or if you're on a laptop, use your cursor. There should be a little conversation bubble that says Q&A. You click on that and you just type your questions in. If you don't see that little Q&A icon, off to the far right, you'll see a little circle with 3 dots on it. If you click on that, it says more basically, and that will show all of the icons, and then you will see that Q&A icon. So without any further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Andrew. Andrew, let us know more about Regent, and don't forget, you're going to get a copy of this in the email tomorrow, and Mike and Andrew are going to be available to answer any questions during and after today's presentation. So Andrew, take it away.
Well, thank you, John, and thank you all of you for joining us today on this beautiful afternoon. First off, I hope you all had a wonderful Veterans Day, celebrating with your friends and your families. I also hope that your week has been great, and thank you for all the service for your current, past, and those who have sacrificed for our country. We can't thank you enough for myself personally and at Regent 7 Seas Cruises. Before we actually get into the presentation here, I will shut my camera off just so you can see everything in full. As John mentioned, please use the Q&A if you have it while we're going through the presentation. So what separates us a little bit and creates that gap from other entities in the industry is, sorry, my presentation will not switch. There we go. Is the ability for us not to compromise when it comes to the details of a luxury vacation. We look at the competition, we make sure that we elevate our experiences above the competition in our segments. We truly go above and beyond when we choose the specific drives, the type of hotel stays that we put pre and post, the restaurants and the entrees that we put on board the ship. Everything is fine-combed with incredible detail. One thing that we also like to do is create unforgettable moments with you. So if you are celebrating an anniversary, a promotion, a retirement, whatever that may be, we know that guests tend to splurge in those particular moments. Maybe, again, it's a honeymoon or something along those lines. Please let us celebrate those moments with you. Let us be a part of that moment. We go above and beyond. We add a lot of TLC that we have a lot already on board, but we go above and beyond for these special occasions. We love to be a part of it. We love to tell your story if you let us to. So please, if you have any big birthdays, anniversaries, etc., as I mentioned, contact your MOAA member or your MOAA advisor so they can look for your future vacation. Just to kind of give you an idea of where we sit when it comes to the other entities in cruising in general, not even in luxury. We are considered medium to large size ships, but when you really set us next to these mega ship vessels like the Harmony of the Sea here that you see, that there is our 7 Seas Voyager, which is about 700 guests. You can tell that the service on board, because we have so much crew to take care of your vacation. The lines, the crowds, the ease of a vacation is so much better with Regent 7 Seas Cruises. You don't have to wait in the lounges or do any of those things. You don't have to show up to the comedy club multiple hours early to get your seat. No putting your pillow or your towel down on the pool deck to save your sun deck lounger. There's enough for everybody on board the ship. So again, what really sets us apart from the other entities in the luxury segment, you may have seen this presentation before, so this would be a refresher. For those of you who haven't, it is our promise of the unrivaled at sea. That is the roof of the house of Regent 7 Seas Cruises. It's us saying that we're going to do everything we possibly can to create and curate an unbelievable luxury experience for you in any of the destinations that we travel to. The 4 walls that hold that house up are immersive exploration, heartfelt hospitality, luxurious space, Epicurean perfection, which we'll take a dive into here in a moment. And then the foundation of that home is the most inclusive luxury experience. If you were to stack us up against any other entity on shore or at sea that's available to the masses, we are the most inclusive and luxurious experience out. Starting off with immersive exploration, we have an array of different options to take you into these destinations and really immerse you with the culture and the locals. Not only do we offer unlimited shore excursions that take you to the highlights of those particular destinations, but we do pre and post land programs. We have mid-cruise overland opportunities. We also have, an array of different shore excursions that have a small cost associated with them that really elevate the experience a little bit. Maybe it's a helicopter tour to the Mendenhall Glacier. Maybe it's a beautiful scenic drive in a Mercedes-Benz through the Italian coastline, as you saw there. Hiking obviously would be completely complimentary going through Alaska, but here is a really nice list to show you how we create those endless options for you. Again, the free excursions, we offer the highlights of those destinations. We also have small choice excursions, Regent choice excursions, which are, again, those helicopter tours that I mentioned. We do have Regent Choice excursions that are small group where we cap the capacity of those tours up to 16 guests. And that gives you the opportunity to really have a one-on-one experience with the tour guide, ask questions, again, be very immersed into the particular tour that you're doing. Go local tours are really great for those who've been to these destinations before and want to kind of go off the beaten path. These are family-owned businesses that are not open to the public that let our guests come in. They are restaurants for wine pairings and food tastings, again, that aren't open to the public that we contract with. So these are really cool experiences that aren't the highlights if you've already been there. Epicurean Explorer Tours, these are going to be culinary focused tours where they're chef led. You step off the ship, you go into port, you do you learn about produce and wine pairings and all those types of things. You bring that culinary knowledge back on board the ship and you participate in a culinary arts class that you actually use the things that you purchased on shore in your meals. Wellness tours, these are all around self-help and rejuvenation, like Pilates, yoga, really cool places that we do these in, French chateaus and cute, incredible coastlines, etc. Executive collections and bespoke arrangements. These are going to be customs for you. So if there's something that is within our shore excursion list that you want to do with just your travel companions, we can create that for you. If there's something that's not within our list that's off the beaten path that you want to see while you're in these destinations, we can customize a tour from the ground up for you. We have pre and post land packages, as I mentioned, many of them free promotionally. So we do run those during the summertime usually, but outside of the promotion, they do have a cost associated with them. Same with the mid-cruise overland programs where guests leave the ship a few days into their voyage. They go inland, they see something incredible for a few days, do the package, and then meet the ship a few days later. Pre and post hotel programs, which are completely necessary, highly recommend, especially in today's travel. You never know if you're going to want to have, or if you're going to have a hiccup with your flights. Also, going in and out of the embarkation and debark ports are destinations within themselves. So these are areas you'd like to see, immerse yourself. So give yourself a day or two pre and also post so you can explore those destinations. In-port overnights. We pride ourselves on these. We're in-port longer in a lot of the tour or a lot of the sailings that we do not overnight in, but we do pride ourselves in staying longer and staying overnight to give our guests more opportunity to explore. And we also touch on 350 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So if history is your thing, it's definitely mine. We check all those boxes as well. Immersive exploration does not stop when you get on board the ship, though. We also have spotlight voyages that are enhanced itineraries with one-of-a-kind experiences that have a theme associated with it. So in this particular examples, we have culinary arts, winemaking, journalism, genealogy, filmmaking, Broadway. We also had an F1 spotlight this year. We sponsored the Armico Aston Martin F1 team, which was really cool experiences for our guests. We also did a golf spotlight with Annika Sorenstam around UK, playing all the incredible UK golf courses, all the well-known ones. like St. Andrews and some really beautiful off the beaten path shore-lined courses that were absolutely stunning. So we do those throughout the year on a lot of our sailings. But not only do we do these onboard activities, but we also have shoreside activities like shore excursions and pre-post land packages that you could purchase if we go into vineyards or something along those lines. But some more of the onboard complementary activities would be like special presentations, panel discussions, cooking demonstrations, wine tastings, performances, cocktail parties, and meet and greets, for example. Heartfelt hospitality. This is my personal um, uh, number one portion of our product. I think the service on board is really what sets us apart from the other entities in the space. Our crew to guest ratio is very high. There's about 1.3 guests per crew member. So it's almost 1-to-1. So they anticipate your needs. They go above and beyond. They learn your likes and your dislikes. It's a family environment. We have a very high retention rate of our crew on board. So, you're dealing with individuals who have been with us a long time, who know our product, who know our guests, who are friends with our guests. So again, it's one of the best stories, and you probably have heard me tell this before if you've joined me on this presentation, but the best way to explain this is anecdotally. One time we were on board, we were going through the Panama Canal. I'll make it short. We had a cocktail that we really, really loved, and I wouldn't even ask for it. I'd just show up on the pool deck, and the cocktail would be brought into me, which was absolutely amazing. 5 years later or so, we're in Alaska, and some of that crew was on board the ship from the Panama sailing, and I was on board for about 20 minutes. I'm on the pool deck. I get a tap on my shoulder, and one of the crew members hands me the drink and says, "Welcome back, Mr. Bruning." And that is a moment that I share consistently. It's a moment that still gives me goosebumps to this day, but it was a moment that individual and that was part of our crew extends to our guest on a regular basis. So it just an elevated, incredible experience from our staff on board. Epicurean Perfection. This is our restaurants on board, our culinary experiences. As I mentioned, we also have culinary tours. We do have 7 different venues that we offer on board the ship, which we will actually be adding more to the fleet when we have our new ship Prestige come out, which John mentioned at the beginning. But first we have Setamari, which is our Italian venue. We have Chartreuse, which is a French venue, La Veranda, which is our breakfast and lunch buffet, and it also has made-to-order items. Pacific Rim, which is our Pan-Asian restaurant. Prime 7, which is our USDA Prime Steakhouse. And Compass Rose, which you see pictured here, is our fleet-wide restaurant that is American fared and European fared. And all of these restaurants that I mentioned are 100% complimentary. You do not need to pay for any additional restaurants on board the ship. As I mentioned at the beginning, we're very visual. We'd like to show you how we stack up against others. So here, one of those visuals is our complimentary all-inclusive package. So as I mentioned, we have the free unlimited shore excursions, which are the highlighted tours. We have the unlimited drinks, which are from your water to your cocktails. Pretty much everything on board. We use top shelf wells. So this is going to be Grey Goose, Maker's Mark, Kettle One level. There are other items on board, maybe like a Johnny Walker Blue that would have a cost associated with it, but there is an unbelievable variety to check all the boxes, and also mocktails if you do not participate. In the concierge suites and above, we do offer a one-night pre-hotel, which is complimentary, which is great. Again, giving you that buffer in case we have any air issues, but also giving you the opportunity to explore that pre-cruise destination. This is an amazing opportunity. It's a really great bump up into our concierge suites, because a lot of our ships, the size of the suite that does not include this is roughly the same. So for a few $100s more per person, depending on the length and destination of your sailing, you can get into a concierge suite and have a lot of complimentary extras. Unlimited Wi-Fi, it's Starlink on board, so your mobile device will be very similar to what you have here shoreside. We also have levels that create higher level streaming services, etc. If you need to work through a VPN, etc. We do have prepaid gratuity, so we are a cashless society on board. You do not need to purchase anything on board the ships unless you choose to. Those areas would be our boutique, our spa, and any donations you make to our casino, which we highly appreciate. Dining, again, it's complimentary throughout the entire fleet. The only thing with our dining is we do require reservations for some of our specialty venues, but as I mentioned, there's no cost. 24-hour room service, so if you come back from a tour at 3 o'clock in the afternoon or you want that bite to eat at 10:30 before you go to bed, 24-hour room service en suite. Butler service in our penthouse and above. Valet laundry service, which is my personal favorite. It gives you the opportunity to pack light. You do not need to bring your closet with you. We will do your laundry. It comes, you send it off. It comes back washed, perfectly pressed, and ready for you to wear. You do not need to leave the pool deck to go iron your shirts any longer, which is an absolute game changer in my opinion. Unlimited access to the spa facilities. This is going to be our ice rooms, our dry and wet saunas, the whirlpools, the lounge areas that are within the spa, our workout room, the weight room, everything outside of actually doing treatments. So treatments would have a cost associated with it. We do have an all-inclusive air offering, which I'll kind of get to here in a moment as well. So as I mentioned, we are a very visual company. We want to show you how we stack up against the other entities in our segment. So again, these other entities here, they probably will have a lower starting rate. So it's very enticing to guests, but once you get on board, they're going to charge you for things. You have to purchase packages, etc. If you go across the board with Regent, you can see that we are all inclusive. The tours are a really big one. I actually was just discussing this with another individual, and we had a guest switch from a contemporary product because they were saving so much money going on that. But when they got on board to book their cruises, which happened to be in Alaska, they were spending upwards of over $3,500 on tours. So they actually ended up paying more for a big ship contemporary product than they would have with an all-inclusive luxury product with, as I mentioned, roughly about 750 guests, where the contemporary product was, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 guests. So changes quite a bit. We also have the flexibility is really the ultimate luxury when it comes to travel. We do have 2 different types of fares. Everything that I've discussed with you so far is what is included in our all-inclusive fare. We also have the ultimate all-inclusive fare, which means you're purchasing our airfare. So you could, book economy class all the way up to first class international. The choice is yours. You can customize your airfare with us. Those do have fees associated with it, but we can truly make an incredible experience around our airfare. If you just purchase the airfare from us at its entry level rate, we would choose the flights and schedules for you. But if you're loyal to a particular brand, we can work that out for you. When you do add the airfare through us, we do include all coach transfers. And then we do provide a $500 per suite credit that can be used with Blacklane in the areas that offer service, which gives you a personalized chauffeur service to be picked up where you choose. And this particular service can actually be used up to 10 days pre and 10 days post. We do elevate the vehicle to a van, a luxury van or luxury SUV. So in place of that would also give you more luggage space. So we up ours to 4. Others use 2 in sedans. And then we have upped our miles to 100 miles instead of 50 miles. So you're getting more value when it comes to our product and our Blacklane partnership than maybe some other entities in our segment that you may be familiar with. But where does this all happen? Well, it happens on the most elegant fleet in the world. We currently do have 6 ships in the water. We have 7 on the way. We do have the Voyager, the Mariner, and the Navigator. These are what we consider our classic vessels. Voyager was built in 2003, Mariner in 2001, and the Navigator in 1999. All have had refurbishments in the past. The Mariner is actually currently in the dry dock phase, getting refurbished as we speak. The Voyager will be done in April of, or at the end of April of 2026. So these ships are going to be completely brand new. You may have seen in the news that we had the Navigator exiting the fleet. That recently has changed, so the Navigator will be staying with us for the time being. She was refurbished in 2023, so she is top shape. She's absolutely stunning. And I would like to kind of show you some of the changes that we're going to make to the Mariner and the Voyager. Here are a few renderings of the changes. Obviously, you could go online and see how the suites look now. If you'd like to, I'm sorry, I don't have any comparisons quite yet. But this is our signature suite on board, which used to be named the Master Suite. We're bringing it up to prestige level, which I'm excited to share with you here in a moment. But absolutely beautiful taupes and earthy tones throughout. The bathrooms are going to be absolutely amazing, completely redone, completely changed in the layout in some of these particular suites. When if, for example, the Voyager Penthouse, if you're familiar with this suite or ever been in this suite, there's usually a on the side of the bed that doesn't offer or have the desk there. The opposite end, there's usually a TV stack with some shelves and stuff that are built in that looks like it's been removed, at least from the renderings. So that's going to create a larger footprint on board as well. So again, just absolutely stunning changes. Here is some of the deluxe and veranda concierge suites. Just to take a step back, the Voyager Penthouse again would be the first entry level suite that offers a butler, which is absolutely amazing. I know we're all well-bodied individuals for the most part, but a butler just relieves us of all responsibility, and that's the whole point of on a luxury vacation, is to relieve yourself of all the responsibility, and the butler will take care of it for you. Here we have the beautiful, again, deluxe veranda, kind of switching the color palettes to differentiate between the deluxe suites and the concierge suites, with the blues going from the wall to the floor and the grays going from the floor to the wall as you flip back and forth. But again, absolutely stunning changes that we look forward to having you on board and seeing. We also have the sister ships of the Explorer class vessels. We have the Explorer built in 2016, the Splendor in 2020, and the Grandeur in 2023. These all hold about 740-ish, 45-ish guests. Absolutely beautiful vessels, about 56,000 tons. With that, we have the perfect size ship to get into particular areas as we travel through certain destinations. With our ships being smaller, we can get closer to the Hubbard Glacier in Alaska, for example, and some other destinations. So real quick, I would like to show you a video of the Grandeur, which is the newest vessel that we have in the water currently, to give you an idea of what our hardware looks like now, and after the refurbishments of the Mariner and the Voyager will look like as well. Absolutely amazing vessels. Obviously, been lucky enough to be on all of our ships. They're stunning. They're home away from homes. They're absolutely beautiful. And I'm very excited to share with you the Seven Seas Prestige. This is a complete new build for us. This is a ground up design. Um, it's she is going to be absolutely stunning. So big changes here. She is not the sister ship, obviously, to the Explorer class vessels. We will have multiple prestige ships built on this platform coming out. The first being obviously Prestige in 2026. We have another ship coming out built on the same platform in 29. And then also this week, we released another ship coming out in 32. So we have ships coming out, we have builds in the pipeline. So this is going to create the most luxurious fleet in the world as we continue to innovate and create incredible destinations on board for you, right? Because our ship is also a destination. It takes you to beautiful places, but it's a destination within itself. So what's really cool about the Prestige is she's 77,000 tons. As I mentioned, the Grandeur was about 56,000 tons, so she's about 40% larger than the Explorer class ships, but she holds 822 guests. So she's only about a 10% increase on capacity. So our guests will not feel the difference when it comes to that extra guest being on board because of the extra square footage we have throughout the ship. 7 specialty dining venues, 2 of them are new dining concepts. 12 suite categories, 4 of them new, all of them with private balconies, no inside, no portholes, and no picture windows on any of the new ships within our fleet. The only ship that has picture windows would be the Navigator. Everything else is all balcony, all suite. And then we also announced our new Skyview Regent Suite. Again, for some of you who may have been on the Prestige webinar earlier, this is a great refresher for you to get excited about her again, but I'm hoping there's some new individuals that are going to be able to experience the beauty for the first time. So here we have our Starlight Atrium. For those of you who have traveled or viewed the ships or saw on that video there on the Explorer class ships, we always have this beautiful art piece chandelier that's in our atrium. So one of the cool things that we did here is we actually switched where the grand staircase goes. Normally it funnels down into the center of our atrium area. We've actually done 2 spiral staircases from deck 4 to deck 5 to take you up to, to take you up off to each side of the deck there. And then we have from deck 5 to deck 11 a massive spiral staircase that encompasses the elevator shafts. That particular piece is going to be the art piece chandelier. So in the evening, as the sun sets, the stars come out, that will illuminate this entire area, which will absolutely be stunning. And again, I do have a short video of here that's going to kind of fly you through this particular area. As it's going, I will kind of chat about what we're looking at here. So again, there's that beautiful spiral staircase taking you up to the top deck of the ship with the starlight atrium window at the top. Here we have Galileo's bar. This is going to be a reception, so we'll have receptions, destinations, and the concierge desk in this area. One of the cool things, as I mentioned, is the ship is much larger, and that square footage actually is width, not length. So she's much wider than the Grandeur and the Explorer class. So that's giving us seating space that gets pushed off to the side of the ship, which you kind of see here. And then also gives us incredible floor-to-ceiling windows, which is going to give you the opportunity to focus on the horizon wherever you are or the particular destination that we're at. As I mentioned, here is Galileo's bar. This is an absolute beautiful lounge that's going to service, or bar that's going to service a lounge off to the left-hand side here, and then also the casino off to the right. We think this will be a bright star and a hub of activity on board the Prestige. Galileo's is actually the tribute to the Navigator, which has Galileo's Lounge on it. With us exiting the Navigator earlier this year, we wanted to pay tribute to her. So we brought Galileo's onto the Prestige. We're excited to now have 2 Galileos in the fleet for the time being. But as you can see, she's absolutely stunning when it comes to that contemporary oil painting, styled oil painting ceiling, the striped floor and fluted bar, It's just absolutely beautiful. All the details are stunning. I mean, just even in here, which is our coffee connections, the inspiration in this area is going to be the bustling coffee houses of Paris and Vienna. So you're getting beautiful colors, beautiful color palettes. You're getting the great views. You can enjoy your cup of joe outside. There's walking space out there. Great place to meet your companions in the morning, maybe for your tour, or potentially just a spot to meet, just to see what's going on a sea day, possibly. So absolutely stunning space. Here we have the pool deck. Again, we have enough seating and coverage to accommodate pretty much everybody on the ship between the upper deck and the lower deck. With that widthening of the ship, you're also getting that extra square footage benefit on the pool deck. So that means more loungers, more covered space, more shaded area, bigger pool. So it's going to be very, very, very elegant, as you can see. Here is Compass Rose. Compass Rose is, again, that main dining space that I explained to you earlier. That is the American and European fare. One of the things that we wanted to do with the inspiration on all of the, throughout the entire ship, is to have a heavy influence on the sun, the stars, and the sea. So it's going to kind of have some details looking like that. So as you can see here in that carpet, it kind of looks as if the ocean had washed up on a shore, and you're getting that sea foam kind of pulling as it's pulling away. You'll see those details throughout the entire ship. Again, here we have this area is also going to be heavily inspired by the constellations. All sorts of different navigation experiences. Here we have Pacific Rim. This, again, our Pan-Asian restaurant. This is a big difference from the Explorer class vessels, because we normally, again, have a very large art piece in the entrance of this destination. The Explorer having the Buddhist prayer wheel, the Splendor having the golden dragon, and the Grandeur having the incredible cherry blossom tree. This is a little bit different. We've opened this space up, removed the enormous art piece we put there, created the art in the hostess station and that initial walk-in area of the venue, with the details of the tiles and the textures in the walls, etc. And then you move into the venue, which again also has floor-to-ceiling windows, so you can enjoy your Korean barbecue ribs or your lobster tempura as you're viewing the horizon or the incredible destination with a zen-like oasis. Here is Azor. Azor is our brand new venue that we will launch on Prestige. This is going to be a restaurant that is filled and immerses our guests with Mediterranean's rich cultural tapestries and curated palettes. With the mosaics and the arches and all the cool things that are offered in the designs of the Mediterranean. One of the great things about this is we're actually going to bring on the flavors from all over the Med, not just the Greek and the European side, but we'll have flavors from Africa, the Black Sea, all the way kind of moving throughout that entire portion of the Med. So again, this is going to be a vibrant destination. It's going to have a mezza style sharing tasting menu. Definitely going to be an exciting experience. Next, I'm excited to share our Skyview Regent Suite. This is the creme de la creme of addresses. It's the most exclusive address at sea with its inclusions. The Regent Suite on board the Grandeur and the Explorer class ships are about 4,443 square feet. So that's going, and with the use of the study, which is the private dining space, that actually pushes it upwards of almost 5,000 square feet. And then here we've actually doubled the space for the Skyview Regent Suite almost to 8,794. But they also get use of the study, so we're actually pushed over about 9,100 square feet with all usable space for our Regent Suite guests. The suite offers unlimited tours, in-suite spa treatments. It has private car and driver in destinations that offer the infrastructure that's included. I mean, absolutely amazing benefits that add a ton of value, personal trainings, a lot of stuff on board the ship as well. So again, the most exclusive address at sea, and I'd just like to take you through a fly through of this particular suite as well. And again, I will kind of mention on what we're looking at and where we are throughout the suite. So as we're coming in off the balcony, we have this beautiful sitting space where you can stare at the horizon, enjoy some champagne. You kind of move into the dining or the living space off to the left here. One of the cool things that we did with this area is we normally have the bar and the seating facing inward. So as we're looking at it now, where those 3 stools are, we've flipped that around. So again, our guests can sit and enjoy their breakfast or their, an evening cocktail or whatever it may be, looking off into the horizon. This is going to be the guest bedroom. So this suite does hold up to 6 guests, even though it could hold more based on the square footage. But this is a 6-guest suite, has its own sitting space. We'll move into the bedroom here. Absolutely amazing. You can kind of see in the renderings mirrors above the bed how it's going to have incredible views as well. We'll slide into the bathroom here. This is the bathtub to take a bath in. I mean, how amazing is that view? We'll go into the bathroom, dual vanity, walk-in closet, absolutely stunning space for the guest traveling. This is a 2-floor suite. So off to our right, here's the entrance. As we continue down, off to the right is an elevator to take guests who, may not want to take the stairs or have any issues with the stairs. They can still get up to their primary bedroom. One of the things that we do in the Regent Suites is we put a lot of emphasis into the mattress and the bed. So Explorer had a $150,000 bed, Splendor $200K, and the Grandeurs was $225,000-ish. So we're going to be really excited on what we do with Prestige. Saw that large bath and shower, huge closet, even though I just told you we'll do your laundry. If you do want to bring everything you own, we have the space for it. If you don't want to go to the regular gym, we do have the in-suite gym with free weights in the tunnel. We'll step outside to continue the gym on your jogging track. That was a joke. This is actually just your balcony, the upper balcony on the primary suite. You could do laps on here if you wanted to. And off to the side here on the right, you will see it does have a pool. It's very short, but you will see that it's covered, and you do have an area to splash if you choose to. So we are unbelievably excited for this suite. The cool thing about this particular suite is no matter if you have 2 guests or 6 guests, in the suite, the cost is the same. So if you're traveling with a family, you want everybody to be in one suite, that is the, again, the most exclusive at sea. Another rendering or another new suite that we pulled up here is our Skyview suites. We have 3 different layouts of this particular one. It's the Aurora, the Luna, and the Sola. These all range between about 1,300 to a little over 2,000 square feet. These are going to match our signature suites, but the cool thing about them is they do have a 2-floor or a 2nd floor as well. So interior square footage and main lev balcony will match our signature, but it also has an upper sky view private terrace. So you get a covered terrace, you get your hot tub, dining space, lounging space, and just the opportunity to sit outside and really enjoy the horizon or the destination. One of the things that we wanted to do with Prestige is create as many residential environments as we possibly could. So with that, we have the Regent Suite, which is your Hamptons mansion. We have the Signature and the Skyview Signature Suites, which are the large homes. And then here we have the Grand Loft Suite, which is your urban downtown condo. This is my personal favorite. As you see when I turn my camera back on, I will be sitting in this suite. I am sitting in the future right now, dreaming about looking out that huge 2-story window. Again, so we have the loft, you have your bedroom upstairs, bathroom, etc., beautiful downstairs sitting space. But the real unique benefit of this particular suite is that view. I mean, think of either sitting outside on that balcony or maybe sitting on the edge of your bed, enjoying a cocktail or a mocktail while you're sitting in Monte Carlo in the evening and the fireworks are going off. That is a bucket list experience, and we can provide that opportunity for you. Here we also have the Serenity Suites. They run about 440 square feet. These are very similar to our concierge suites, as I mentioned. One thing we're actually doing with concierge suites is we have actually increased the square footage a little bit. So our concierge will be laid out exactly like the Serenity Suite is here, but it'll have about 40 extra square feet in it. So great upgrade as well. So not only, as I mentioned, would you get the free hotel, etc., but if you moved into a concierge, you would get the extra square footage in some of the suites. Entertainment on board, let us entertain you. We have an array of options on board. We bring comedians on board. We bring musicians, magicians, cool, musical shows from Broadway. We also do incredible in-house programming where we create our own Broadway shows and bring them to you. We have our signature orchestra. We have lounge entertainers throughout the entire ship. So one of the things that we really want to do is ensure that after dinner and before dinner, and if we're having a sea day, whatever it may be, that you have as much activity that you choose to participate in. Getting more into the suites, just a few more sweet dreams here as we move off of Prestige. I just want to kind of show you some of the other ships' suite spaces. So here's the Grand Suite on board Grandeur. Again, incredible color palettes throughout. Large square footage. These are about 1,800 square feet. Absolutely stunning space. Beautiful design. Beautiful layout. Multiple bathrooms. Separate living and bedroom spaces. Here is the penthouse on Explorer. Here is the reverse of that. So you can kind of see that the bedroom and the sitting spaces are separate. We have those pocket doors. Really great to sit down, enjoy a book while the other is taking a nap or watch a movie. Tons of space in here. They come with butler. They're 600 plus square feet. Pillow menu. Tablet that will preload with music and things on there. So a lot of really great things. And then here's that concierge suite. So this is kind of the flip of the Serenity Suite that I showed you on board Prestige. So we're looking through from the other corner. This is about 440 square feet as well. So you're getting that view. And these are the concierge suites on the Explorer class ships. Again, we're very visual. So we like to show you how we stack up against the entities in the segment. Again, we like to go against premium products because premium products have a really enticing initial rate. But once you purchase everything on board the ship, you can see that it does drive that price up quite a bit. In a lot of situations, we're going to end up being still more expensive. But for $700 or so a guest, you travel with about 3.5 times less guests than a premium product. Again, with our newest ship, we're only going to be 820 guests. Some of these premium products are 1,500, 2,500, 3,500 in that range. Contemporary products get much bigger. No waiting in line, no nickel and diming. There's no bill at the end of your voyage unless you choose to purchase something on board the ship. So again, it's just the relief of your responsibilities, including financial. And this is just kind of an idea of where we stack up against luxury five-star hotels. We do like to capture those guests who are looking to do vacations where they go to multiple cities and stay in hotels in those destinations. So cruising may be an option for you, even though you like to stay in those destinations longer. We do have a product that may entice you to switch from going overland to cruising. As you can see here, doing a five-star luxury hotel for 10 days in the Mediterranean compared to us on board Splendor. The initial rate, obviously, again, is very enticing, but hotels pretty much do not include anything if you really go across the board. We do, and so when you stack us up, we end up actually being a better rate for two guests than it is at the hotels. And these are very current when it comes to these costs. We have done these marketing analysis recently, so these numbers are very current. We travel to 550 worldwide destinations. The only place we really don't go is Antarctica or expedition destinations, but everywhere else. We also just launched sailings into May of 2028, so inventory is there. We are running, obviously, incredible specials in 26, but if you are looking to pre-plan and normally The further you book out from your sailing, the best pricing you're going to get um, for that particular sailing. The time is now to kind of jump on those 2020, late 27, 2028 dates. Along with that launch for the Explorer class ships, if you are going to join us on a sailing March 31st of 2027 and beyond as a single individual, the prior to March 2027, the single supplement in a category H on the Explorer class ships is 100% single supplement. As of March 31st, 2027 and beyond, we've lowered that to 50%. So we're giving our single guests on the Explorer class level ships a break at that entry level category H if you're looking to go. So just keep that in mind as well. If you have any family members that would like to go with you that are singles, or you're single yourself, this is a great opportunity. Immersive overnight. So these are those particular dates that I was kind of telling you about, the hotel jumps, where guests may spend 3 days in Monte Carlo, then move over to Barcelona, and then end up in Rome, for example. So these are 7 to 16 night voyages that go to 3 to 5 ports, and we stay there for a day and a half to up to 3 days. So this gives the guests the opportunity to slow down, relieve themselves of the responsibility of checking in for hotels, flights, waiting for cars, packing and unpacking, and all the stress and responsibility that kind of comes along with those types of vacations. You join us, we give you a similar vacation structure, except we're your plane, we're your tour guides, we're your restaurants, we're your one-stop shop. You pack once, you unpack once, you do all of those things that I mentioned before, and you just remove all that responsibility, right? And we, instead of flying on an airplane to your next destination, you can dine in Pacific Rim and have an incredible meal, or Prime 7 and have a USDA Prime steak for the evening while you're moving to your next destination. So join already booked MOAA members. We do have some sailings that we have groups on right now. We do have one in June for 10 nights, Istanbul to Athens, that offer a $400 shipboard credit. We also have, it's onboard Splendor, and it is 10 nights. It goes to incredible destinations like Turkey, Egypt, Cyprus, Greece. It's really checking a lot of boxes of that destination if you're looking to go. We do have an array of other options out in 26 right now. John, Mike, and I have also been discussing some dates moving into 27 and further, so keep an eye out on those once we land on it. But all of these dates here do have a $400 shipboard credit associated with it, and definitely reach out to your MOAA advisor to chat about the benefits of getting on those groups and potentially sailing with other MOAA members. So MOAA offers, as John mentioned at the beginning of the call, you all get a $250 per suite shipboard credit as a minimum. So if there's no other offers, no other groups, etc., we will provide that. The groups or promotional offers will outweigh it. So if one is higher than the 250, that is the benefit that you would receive. But as a minimum, with our partnership with MOAA, you will get a $250 per suite shipboard credit that can be used towards those excursions that I mentioned had a cost associated with them. Culinary classes on board the ship. You can use it for spa treatments, boutique purchases. The only area that we wouldn't allow would be the casino. Even though I mentioned the single supplement on those particular dates, we do have an array of 0% single supplements on select voyages. Again, work with your MOAA advisor to determine on what sailings offer that 0%. But we also offer 25, 10, 25, 50, and 75% single supplements on an array of other options for single voyagers. So go to the website and check under our special offers, and that'll give you an entire list of what that looks like. And of course, we can get you a copy via email as well if you need. Again, John mentioned at the beginning that we are running our Black Friday bonus savings on select dates into 2026. You are getting a little bit of a heads up. This actually was going to end today, but we've extended it until December 2nd and added 42 more sailings to this particular voyage starting, this particular promotion starting tomorrow. So there will be about, as John mentioned, about 70 dates or so on this particular offer, which is an up to 40% savings on select categories. Plus you get a $500 shipboard credit. And so you have some time to look and reserve and get an incredible offer for Black Friday. On top of that, as he mentioned, you're getting that show special. So this started from November 6th and is going through December 7th. This will capture any bookings you've made. If you've made one prior to today, we will, still honor that as of the 6th. And then going through the costs here, or the discounts, as you can see, it is based on length of sailing and the category of purchased. So most of you, depending on the sailing, will probably be in that first column. That first line where it's 0 to 14 days. And so anywhere between 550 and 300. That's the most of the sailings that we offer is within that timeline. And if you are doing a 2026 date, it would include, or we would double these amounts. So, and on top of that, we will honor it with the Black Friday offer. So these are all, things that you can, what we call stacking offers. So you can get the best value through MOAA for sure. Before we get into, the Q&A portion, I just wanted to kind of give you all an idea of what it would be like on board as we pick up our guests from their home, kind of take them and take you through our Regent experience. So here's a short video.
Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable in every way, and forevermore, that's how you'll stay. That's why, darling, it's incredible that someone so unforgettable thinks that I'm unforgettable too.
Again, as John mentioned, if you have any questions, please speak with your MOAA advisor. If they can't answer it, which they are experts in our product, which they can come to me. We will get everything you need. We are here to help you with all of your vacation needs. So with that being said, I can't thank you enough for your time. I appreciate you so much, and I will hand it back over to John.
Thanks, Andrew. Probably not going to be live too long. There's a lot of announcements going on here at the airport for those who came in late. I did want to mention, Andrew mentioned that they are adding 42 dates for Black Friday. Those have already been added to our website. Andrew was kind enough to give us kind of a little advance notice. So all those 60 plus, I think there's almost 70 of them total.
Yeah, I think there's 72 actually. I'm thinking
72. About it. Okay, so all 72 of those will be listed on that website. As I said, you'll get an email tomorrow, which will have a link to watch this video again or share it with friends and family. And then you'll receive a link to the website where we list all of those 72 sailings that are part of the Black Friday sale. So I'm going to log off so there's not a lot of announcements going on in the background. Mike and Andrew are now going to answer any questions you might have. As a reminder, you just drop those in at the little Q&A icon at the bottom of the screen, and everyone will have this email with the link to the video tomorrow. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Thanks, Sean. Mike, going through, I didn't see any questions.
I can't see. Are there any questions, Andrew?
No, I didn't see any questions. So if there are any, we'll give, I think we give someone a minute or so to put one in. If not,
yeah, we can. Hi, everybody. I'll make myself available for the rest of the afternoon as well. So if anybody does have questions, feel free to call in 1-800-211-5107. And I'll be available all afternoon and for the rest of the week.
Perfect. Well, I don't see, I'm watching closely. I'm not seeing anything come in. So, Mike, I appreciate your time. Everyone on the call, thank you so much again for reviewing Regent with me and potentially coming back and hearing, some of the same info. I appreciate your time, and thank you again for all your service and everything you do for us. And I hope you all have a great rest of the week and weekend.
Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Mike. We'll talk soon.